All right. Hopefully everything's good with my audio and stuff. I'm kind of leaning over because I've got my kitty in my lap. Hi, kitty. Say hi, kitty. He's like, fuck you, Dad. That's what he says to me. I can hear him. He says, fuck you, Dad. Anyways, so kitty's chilling on my lap. I'm going to give you guys a little update on the village that we've been building. And it hasn't been griefed yet, thank the Lord. So there's the railway that goes south. To another village. The railway comes up here, and then we've got kind of a shipyard that's a little bit of a mess, and I'm building a wall. LOL. Here's a little tower that's just like a little outpost. There are regions of the village that are slime-proofed and regions that are not, and this is one of the regions that is not. Kitty is on the desk. I repeat, Kitty is on the desk. Where will he go? He's cuddling with some books. Okay, cool. So here's the little railway. One of my friends built this railway station, which is cool, very snazzy. I'll show you guys a little bit of the shipyard. There's not much to see. I'm basically trying to build flying machines in survival, but it's quite difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and I definitely do not know what I am doing when it comes to redstone. So yeah, I'm working on flying machines. Most of them have escaped. Like, there's one that's way over there. But anyways, that's for warfare so that we can defend the village if need be. Hopefully shit doesn't come to that. But if this server ever gets successful, then it inevitably will come to that. But anyways, so you can tell by this region, by the leaves, that this region is spawn-proofed. In particular, slime-proof. There should be no slimes in here, which is good. That's very nice and super flat. Very, very poggers. Kitty's coming back. Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, we like slime. Shit, I knocked over my drink. We like slime-proof because slimes are the #1 killer of players here on this server, and when you die, you can't come back for like at least 24 hours. So yeah, you don't want to die, and slimes will kill you so fast, man. So we don't like slimes, and that's why we have the leaves everywhere. I'll show you guys the old part of the town first, where we were still like grinding and trying to get everything working. So here's a cobble gen, here's small wheat farm, some chickens and cows. We've got a couple beehives that I'm trying to get honey from. Here we have some stuff. So like idea board. It's kind of silly. It's kind of LARPy, but it's an idea board. We want to make train systems and cannons, as in dispensers, because in this server we have movable tile entities or movable block entities, so you can move things like dispensers and chests with pistons, which is really cool and really fun. And if you guys want to try it, you should hop on the server. Anyways, then we have some long-term projects. There's like kind of a barracks down here. It doesn't have a ton. Oh, and apparently there's a hole in it. But yeah, there's a little bit of stuff down there. We stocked stuff with iron tools because we were able to farm iron right from the beginning. Especially once we got the iron farm going over here, which I'll show you guys next. Pretty standard iron farm. Yeah, so we are always collecting iron and trying to make more stuff. We've got a couple of these things that I call villager cells. So here's one of them, and over here is another one. So if you come down the stairs into the cell, there's a moat around the cell to keep enemy mobs out, and there's usually plenty of golems around to handle those kinds of things. And then if you come inside the interior of the cell, on the first layer, there's a bunch of beds, so I'll sleep now. And the beds are for villagers, obviously. And then on the top of the cell is kind of the lifeblood of the cell, where villagers have access to come up here and, you know, harvest carrots as need be. So the farmer villagers are allowed to come up here every day, and they do, and that's what allows the cell to remain healthy. You won't always have master traders because villagers just die. That's just how it happens. But, you know, you'll always have a constant flow of villagers coming in because the cell produces them. So we have a second cell right there. And then we have an orchard here where we chop trees. There's no saplings right now because we're struggling. But over here we have a newer part of the village. I didn't build most of this. Somebody else did. which is probably why it looks pretty fucking good. We've got more chickens and cows. We've got more villagers stumbling around. Here we've got some kind of a kitchen area where they produce cake. I would prefer that we produce something better, but I don't really know the exact statistics of cake, so I'm not gonna shit on that at all. That's awesome that we're making a bunch of cake. We could sell that too. That would be cool. But anyways, this is the open armory, the Rowville Open Armory. If you come in here, we have an area for engineering and armament, which is like flying machine equipment. We have rations and supplies, and then up here we have the actual heart of the armory where we just have a bunch of supplies, or like kits, one could say. So yeah, there you go. That's the majority. This is my friend's house. I mean, it looks beautiful. I could show you the interior, but I don't want to like disturb his privacy or whatever the fuck. Yeah, so right now we are just on the grind in terms of getting iron, getting villagers, getting all the emeralds we need, keeping our tools up to standard, you know. I'm working on this huge cobblestone wall, and the thing about it is you need like a bunch of materials. So I've been quarrying so much, like hollowing out all the land out here, for the sake of getting the materials that I need to build this wall. Like, let me show you guys the quarry. There's a bunch of trees around it, but yeah, here's the open mine where we quarry all these materials. We need sand, gravel, and stone for the wall itself. And over here, I'll show you the schematic of the wall, kind of a cross section. It's not that important and it's not that cool, but I want to show you this before I end the video. So this goes a couple blocks deep. It's a layer of like a collapsing block, like sand or gravel. 2 layers of that side by side, capped with some wood that you can walk on, and then you have an external shell of cobblestone. So this wall design is meant to be very resistant to blasts. Like if I had a flying machine that had a dispenser that could shoot TNT or whatever the fuck, then this wall would provide some protection, and give us some warning and some time to, you know, assemble our militia if needed, like ping in Discord or whatever. So there you go. This is meant to slightly rebuild itself after a couple TNT blasts. It's meant to last several TNT blasts, because the sand and gravel will kind of refill the hole. But anyways, I am definitely over-explaining that. There's not much else to show so far. If you want to hop on the server, then you'll probably have a hard time finding this village. But the thing is, if you die and you try to come back, then you will most likely end up here if you get respawned by me, because I do the respawns. And the respawns usually stick you next to whoever respawned you. So you'll probably end up here. If you try to destroy this place, we'll just kill you or like put you in jail or whatever, you know. That's kind of a cool idea. I want to make a jail. I think that would be funny as fuck. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is the first update of AlphaWorld. We'll catch you later.